Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking for Monday the 24th of August. I'm really late this morning. I've been having these really weird nights, so I guess I'm going through some sort of mass transformation after giving away work, I think. Spirit said, well, you asked for it, so I'm really beaten up this morning. I had a beautiful day yesterday with my grandsons who turned 7, the twins. So I had a really nice day. And I did go to bed early. But this waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning thing's just ridiculous. And after a couple of meditations, I finally went back to sleep and only just woke up. So I'm running late. Ooh, isn't that apt? 9 of Pentacles jumping out on me there. All right, let's see what's happening. Now, if you are interested, firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I love it when I do a huge jump overnight. It just makes me feel so good because I know that the readings are resonating with people, and I don't know why I worry that they wouldn't. Okay, there's some strange cards jumping out here. This is the High Priestess and work, so I'll consider those while I'm doing the reading. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. So I want to say thank you, especially if you're new to my channel, for joining me. I know that I'm probably not everybody's cup of tea, but I have some amazing people who followed me from the beginning, and here's the Fool. We've got a very lively cards this morning. But I love what I do. Okay, if you're interested in personal readings, donating to the channel, classes, or life coaching, which I've recently, well, I haven't recently taken it back up, I've always done it, but I've recently started promoting it on the channel. Also now, because I'm now doing this full time, I'll be going live on Facebook once a month, YouTube and Instagram every week, so be watching out for me. Instagram's brand new for me, so. Facebook, we do live card pulls, so you get to have a mini read most times. And YouTube is just usually a place where I do a chat on something, or we talk about something, so it's a little bit more laid back. Okay, and lots of other things coming too, in development, a bit like me really. All right, let's get going. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading this morning. There's lots of activity in the cards here. I can see changing jobs, new opportunities coming in. Changes in career has come through too, so that probably is in line with most of the things going on in the universe at the moment. All right, the COVID thing sort of shook everybody into thinking, is this it? Or do I, take a new pathway? Which has sort of been the way for most people at the moment. Alrighty, we'll go with you. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, so we come up with the Knight of Pentacles first up. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone coming in with an offer. This is a representation of Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The Knight of Pentacles, I know what I forgot to do. Probably can hear me better with it just sitting there anyway. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving knight. He takes his time. He's really sure-footed. He makes sure he's got everything right, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. So he often takes time. It's a slow process, whatever this is. If this is a job coming in, if you're waiting on money to come to you, if you're waiting on an offer of a relationship even, all of those things will take time here. Because the Knight of Pentacles wants to get it right the first time. Okay, so we have the Hierophant coming through. So some of you here are being offered jobs from large institutions. There's government jobs here, but something very stable. I always like that the Hierophant represents building a solid foundation. It is about tradition though, traditional things. That's why it represents governments and churches. Something here that is being offered or brought to you has a very stable foundation. It's something that's going to be around for the long haul here. Okay, all right. So you could be being offered a relationship from a Scorpio here, something long term. The Death card represents change. Sometimes change at a very deep level. So for some of you, a new job coming in may mean a change of career, change of direction, but something here is changing for you. Yeah, for some of you, you're moving to self-employment. You may be building, there's a lot of church, a lot of spiritual feel around this reading. So you may be being offered marriage or a long-term commitment here. Sometimes this is about creating a child, but something here you're creating for the long term. Okay, we have the King of Swords coming through. Some of you are going into, I always think of the King of Swords as a, it can be a legal card, can represent Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it can be that you're moving into perhaps a more, you know, a career that's around, can be around legal, IT, sales, anywhere where you've got to use your voice. But there's sort of this feeling of mediation or counselling coming through here. So maybe for some of you, you're moving into a dream job that perhaps you haven't, you're looking towards the future. So a lot of you sort of may have finished studying. That may be why the Knight of Pentacles is coming in very slow. You may have finished studying. Whatever you're doing, you put a lot of effort and energy into moving into something new that's going to create a solid foundation for the future. This is something that you've taken a long time to build. So, you know, if you're going to become a lawyer, for example, you would need a lot of years to put in for study. But it's that sort of feeling here. Now, if it's a relationship, it's sort of feeling a little bit lacking in love at the moment. But let's face it, some relationships look a little bit like a business arrangement when you put the cards out. All right. So, Queen of Cups coming through, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups is a person who is very in touch with her emotions. She can be a little emotional sometimes. She's very loving, she's very kind, she is often quite intuitive. She comes up for people who are in the esoteric arts. You could be an artist here. It could have something to do with art that you've been following or traveling towards. But I feel like this is representing an energy of love, loving kindness, support. Okay, Hierophant. No, the Emperor coming through. Okay. The Emperor represents a person who's very knowledgeable, a scholar, a person who has, you know, a lot of experience in what they do. I feel this can be the divine masculine too. So you could have a divine masculine who's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This divine masculine can be an Aries as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a male. Same as the Queen of Cups can be the energy of a male, not a female. So we're talking energies here. So somebody here is coming in to offer you something. Now, for some of you, it could be love, because I feel like this person is feeling very loved up. They haven't taken the lid off their cup at the moment. So maybe this is why the relationship is feeling a little bit sort of business-like rather than love. This person's in consideration about whether do they reveal their true selves to you or not. So this person is contemplating whether they lift the lid on this emotion they're feeling here. There's an offer of love coming through. Here's me saying, oh, there's no love cards. We get all cups cards after saying that. The Page of Cups is an offer of love. Whoever this person is, could be a Pisces here. They're coming up as being very, very controlled, very not controlling. This is a person who's very controlled with their emotion. They may have been holding on to emotion for a very long while. And they're still holding fast here. All right, let's keep going. Someone has a lot of anxiety about approaching you here. Now, if this is for a job or an opportunity coming in, whoever this person is, they're very composed and very official. That's the word I'm looking, or officious. They're very controlled with what they have here to offer. Very controlled. All right, we have the Page of Wands. Someone is very, very anxious. There's a cycle finishing out here. If this is a divine masculine, you're fitting into the pattern of what's going on with the twin flames at the moment. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is definitely about work. For others of you, this is a very intuitive person you're dealing with here. Someone who wants to visualize a future with you here. Okay, I love the way they do that. They send the Three of Swords in last, so I have to do more cards. Okay, let's just do this first, and then I'll come back and give you a bit breakdown. Knight of Pentacles coming through with a very slow offer. Somebody wants to offer something stable, whether that's a job, a relationship, or, you know, some sort of business offer. This is very stable, could involve some sort of contract. There has to be some sort of change here in order for this to be built on. I feel the change is probably within the opening of emotions now reading through this. I think you've got someone who's ready to talk but holding on to emotions. Someone who's looking at the future and wanting to build a future. Now, if this is to do with work, it's a long-term offer. If this is to do with a relationship, this person is coming in like it's almost like a job offer, can I say? It's like this person is very, 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 very tightly bound is what Spirit's saying to me. So whoever this is full of anxiety, wants to offer you something, but is very nervous about the response they're going to get. But they need to open that cup. They need to let you see how they're feeling. Somehow or another, this is going to change the relationship between you and this person, and that needs to happen. Because this person needs to open up to their own emotions. So it's sort of like, and maybe this is you too, maybe you're both opening to emotion here. This is a very heartfelt offer, but it's being done like it's a business offer. It's very weird, but I sort of get it. Some people aren't comfortable with expressing emotion at all. Whoever this person is, they're extremely spiritual. They're very in touch with their spiritual side. They are looking towards moving down a different pathway. They may have left something behind here. Something has been left behind in order for them to move forward. They do want to work on something with you here. Quite very possible now that you're dealing with the Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio matched pair. So whoever this person is coming forward, the Three of Swords is being clarified by the Eight of Cups. The Three of Cups. Oh, wow. And the Queen of Wands. Oh, well, that's very clear. Your person has walked away from somebody else here. So if you were waiting for someone that was in another relationship, they've walked away from a fire sign. So whoever your person is, this is why they've been slow coming forward. They've been sorting out stuff in their own life. They've left behind things that no longer emotionally fulfill them. It may be why they're a little guarded, because there may have been some, I guess, traumatic times around leaving something else behind. If this is work for you, it could be that you're celebrating getting some sort of new position, and it means that you can leave something behind here. So you may be leaving an old job behind here because it wasn't satisfying, and this can be a celebration, and you could be taking on the energy of the Queen of Wands here. So this is about leadership, being, you know, very sort of passionate but very focused on your future here. So whatever it is for you, that's what the cards are saying. All right, let's read you an oracle card. I guess it's sort of funny energy reading it though, because it really does feel like something to do with work, but I feel like, okay. I feel like for many of you, this is definitely a love offer coming through. All right, for you an animal message as well. And that's that one. Oh, the Ray. Interesting energy. All right, so the Ray talks about casting bad thoughts and words away from yourself, not holding them close to you. So there may be a feeling that whatever this is here, that you may deal with malicious gossip or people gossiping about maybe if this is a relationship for you, gossiping about you coming together with a person, but it can also be malicious gossip if this is a job and there's jealousy in the workplace. But this is about guarding yourself from malicious gossip. And I don't mean, doing anything bad by that. You just have to ignore it, let it sort of run like water off a duck's back. That's the sort of energy we've got here. But I do have the card of attachment coming through. And it talks about the perceived need and the choice to let go. This card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you're capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. So there's something in this relationship here that is helping to heal attachment patterns from your past. Whoever this person is that's coming forward is going to help you heal this through this energy that's coming through. This is why you have the Three of Swords here. This whole situation, for those of you that are in a love situation, this is going to help you heal past attachment issues. For those of you, this applies in a workplace. It may be that you've chosen to, hang on to a job, for example, that really isn't satisfying you. And sometimes we do that too. We sort of attach ourselves to a job thinking that we have to stay there because it's more financially viable. And a lot of people are realizing nowadays that, you do a lot of work, a lot of study and get into a job, that's very toxic and it doesn't really offer you the satisfaction you've wanted. So the attachment side of things is about letting go of things, being able to release. And whatever this situation here, whether it's the job or relationship, it's allowing you to release something that perhaps hasn't been healthy for you. Have a great day. Thanks.